Commissions aren't what you think, and sometimes they actually work against you.
And let's talk about that word commission that nobody likes to talk about, but it's a big deal in real estate.
Yes, and we really want to be transparent, and I know a lot of you out there are probably wondering, how the heck do real estate agents get paid?
So let's talk a little bit about the history. So for years back in the day, everybody worked for the seller. So now, and along the way, they became a buyer's agent. So the buyer's agent works for the buyer and the seller's agent works for the seller. So when you get your commission, the seller's agent has to pay for professional photography, staging, marketing dollars, flyers, the sign that goes in the yard, the sign that gets picked back up out of the yard. And the buyer's agent obviously is paying for gas and time and running around to show. But we also, when we get that check, Uncle Sam has to have their hand out, right?
Yes.
And so does our broker, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then any of the marketing expenses, the ads that we paid for, the staging that we paid for, the photos that we paid for.
Yeah. So sometimes the check starts off big, but by the time it gets to us, it's not so big.
So itty bitty.
Yes.
But we're very thankful for what we do.
Yes.
This is a profession that we've chosen.
Definitely. And the sellers are typically responsible for paying both their agent and then paying the buyer's agent for bringing them a buyer. But I love that things have changed, that we have agents for both sides. But in Michigan, dual agency is still very much legal, while it's not in other states. And I know that you guys have probably heard us talk about dual agency.
Hope so.
Yes, and how we don't like it and we don't participate. And here's why. So dual agency is where one agent represents both the buyer and the seller in the same transaction. And we just don't know how we can have our client's best interests at heart. Because as a seller's agent, what is your number one goal?
Get my clients the most money.
Yes, and as a buyer's agent, we're trying to get our buyers a deal and trying to save them money. So how in the heck can you accomplish both in the same transaction? But a lot of agents do participate in dual agency because while they tell you it could be saving you money, they're double dipping. So they're getting paid by the sellers for both representing them and representing the buyers in the same transaction.
Conflict of interest.
Yes. So, I mean, sometimes, we get a lot of people that will come to our open houses, wanting to work like, hey, are you representing the sellers? We want to put an offer in with you. And so we're like, we don't participate in dual agency because they think that going through us representing the seller is going to get them a deal on the house. Because how many times has someone wanted to lowball you? Yeah. And she don't play. So dual agency, just watch out for that because the agents are talking. They want their commitment. They want both sides. They're trying to make them money.
Yes, and what I do love that we offer too is that we offer different things, so we can critique our packages for our sellers based on what you want and what you can afford to pay and what you want to pay. And then it goes off of that too. So if we need to cut some expenses and maybe our marketing dollars, or maybe not doing an open house or something along that way, we can definitely talk about it. So we are transparent as far as that goes. And commission is always all negotiable, right?
Always, yes. And that's what I really love because, not all of our sellers have, a whole bunch of, extra money to pay, the full commission. So I love that we're able to accommodate our clients no matter where they're at because we really want to help them.
Yeah. So the next thing that we wanted to talk about too was what we try to do for our clients is find out what the commission is ahead of the showing, ahead of time. So that way we can be totally transparent with our buyers and let them know, hey, this one's paying my full 3% commission. So there's nothing there, but if there's anything that's different, we like to make sure that we communicate that ahead of time. So yeah. I know it's a little inconvenient. Some agents have to text me back or call me back to let me know the commission, but it's important for our buyers to know that so they know all of their expenses.
Yes. And another thing to watch out for too is the agents that say that they can list your house for 1% or, some discounts that they offer you. It may really sound good when they're talking to you about that, but when you're getting ready to close and you get your statement back that breaks down your closing costs, your fees, and all of that, just make sure there's nothing hidden in there from that agent that even though the discount might have started in the beginning, they could be kind of sneaking those little extra fees in there at the end. So discounts don't always mean discounts.
Yeah, but you brought up a good point for them to make sure that they check and make sure you first, you read the contract that you're signing, yes, that you know. And then obviously when you get your closing disclosures that you read that over too, because there's a lot of companies out there that say that they include staging and come to find out they don't. They put that expense back onto the sellers. So just knowing that up front and then knowing that when you get your closing disclosure that you see it on there versus like, oh my God, I'm paying, $3,000 for staging. I wasn't told that. So knowing that I think was a really good point to tell them to make sure they check for those hidden expenses.
Yeah, and well, and you brought up a good point too, is like even reading the contract. I always tell my clients, I know you do too, if you have any questions about anything in the contract, let us know, because it does talk about our fees, how we get paid and all that stuff. And some people, I'll send them over and they just sign right away. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Or if you have questions about anything on your closing statement, I get asked all the time, like, oh, what does this mean? What is this going for? Please ask questions. Because that is your hard-working, hard-earned money. You need to know where it's going.
Yeah, I think we do really good with ours too, because we do cover in our listing appointments the commission, the levels, and the services that you can add or take out, whatever, so that we can kind of critique it to what our sellers' needs are.
Yeah, definitely.
I like that.
Yeah, I do too, because I think it makes them feel more comfortable and just more, trustworthy in us that we're breaking it down for them and not just like, yep, let me just list your house, and then they have no idea what anything's going to cost.
Yes. And then even being aware of, going back to really quick on knowing the percentages and making sure that you're knowing that ahead of time, or that your agent is telling that. Because if your dream home is paying 2.5% or 2%, and maybe a house that you really are like, well, it's okay, is 3%, and the agent's pushing you to the 3% instead of the house that you really, really like that's only paying 2 or 2.5%. So really knowing those things and making sure that you're vibing with your agent, because sometimes they'll be like, this house is perfect for you. It's perfect for you because it's fattening their pockets.
Right. Yes.
But you want to make sure that you're actually working with an agent that is out for matching your heart to a home.
Yes. So that's what I mean, kind of like in general too. If you have a gut feeling or you're just not feeling right with the agent you're working with, just follow that instinct. This is a really big transaction, and you just want to make sure that you trust that your agent has your best interest at heart.
Yes.
But if you guys have any questions about commission, or want us to get into even a bigger breakdown of how certain things work, please let us know.
Yeah, we can definitely break it down. This is just to kind of give you a little bit overview on the commission, but we really want to talk about our cider mill event that we had this past week. That our clients, our future clients, past clients, were all invited to. We're going to make it bigger and better next year, but it was amazing.
Oh my God, it was so much fun. First of all, the weather was amazing. Thank God.
3-seaters.
Yeah.
Service, their customer service was great. They made sure that the heat was on when it got a little chilly in the evening. They made sure that they checked on us. I mean, the customer service at 3-seaters was amazing.
Yeah, I was very, very, very impressed and just very thankful for them. And I mean, our party barn area was like right by all the stuff for the kids to go on. And like, I just love that people can kind of go and do their own thing, come enjoy cider and donuts with us. And, I just hope everybody felt the love, so that
it was fun dancing with the kids.
Yes,
I think if you didn't see my costume, I was riding a shark. I love sharks. Everybody knows I love sharks. And I was smacking everybody with my fins.
Yes.
But it was so fun. And a shout out to Hall Financial, Steve, Ashley, Josh. It was awesome that you guys were there. You guys have done so many of our buyers and the loans for them. So it was nice to have our Hall Financial there.
Yeah, and for them to it's funny that now with technology, everything's done online, so it's like for our clients to meet the lenders in person, and the cute little gifts that Hall Financial gave out to all of our clients. It was really great.
Yeah, and Kim from the travel, the little suitcases.
Yes.
And then our chocolate covered Oreos were also amazing. So thank you to all of the people that were able to donate or give swag.
Yes,
yeah,
it was super fun. I'm really excited for next year too already. Yeah. We're gonna try to do it on a weekend so more people can, because we know that there's so many people that I've helped get houses downriver, and then they're like, oh, it's like an hour drive. It's a school night.
Yeah, we did Thursday this time just to try something different. But we're gonna aim for a weekend next year, so we can do a Saturday morning hopefully. And it was cute to see the people in the costumes, and it was fun.
Yeah, and it was so funny because my high school teacher is all of a sudden in the room, because Steve from Hall Financial was just mingling with people outside, and I'm like, I haven't seen this guy in 15 years. That was pretty fun.
So thank you to all of our clients, all of our future clients, past clients that came out and support the cider mill. It was great. I haven't seen some of the Silers. I haven't seen them in I don't know, a couple years, because I, drop off flowers and stuff every now and again. I get to hug and see people, but last time I delivered flowers to them, they weren't home. So.
Oh, wow. That was nice.
It was so nice to see them. I think we did their house about 5 years ago.
Wow.
So it was really, really nice to see them. And I love keeping in touch with our people.
And we have to shout out Demetrius, obviously.
Oh, yes, Demetrius. And Britt. We didn't talk about Demetrius and Britt. We always mention their names, and Hall Financial.
Yes.
So we did that. Yes. We did miss Britt, though, because she had a class, so she couldn't come.
Yeah, or she would have been there for sure.
She would have been there for sure.
Yeah. And can we just talk about how good those donuts were?
Didn't have one.
You didn't?
No, I was too busy serving. Somebody else was chatting while your girl was serving.
I did serve a little.
I
I did.
Thanks, Chelsea, for helping.
Thanks, Chelsea.
Thanks for tuning in. Today is nice and short. We don't want to go too in depth of the whole commission and like blow your guys' minds, but hopefully we answered some questions, but we are always here for more.
Yes. Have a beautiful week. Enjoy this weather.